I didn't remind my mom's husband of her birthday. He's been married to her for 2 years. Together 3 if you count the year they dated first. Owen isn't a bad guy, exactly. He just forgets things unless someone hands them to him on a schedule. Meetings, anniversaries, his own dry cleaning pickup. There's always someone smoothing the road in front of him. Last year I made the mistake of being that someone. 2 days before mom's birthday I texted him, told him it was coming up Thursday, in case he wanted to plan something. He said thanks, appreciate it. Then at dinner he stood up, tapped his glass, and told the whole table how he'd been planning a surprise trip to the coast for weeks. Mom cried, said she couldn't believe how thoughtful he was. I sat there with my fork in my hand, and didn't say a word. This year I decided I wasn't going to be the invisible hand again. My brother Miles and I still did our part. Mom's favorite actress, Renata Cole, is starring in a new limited series called The Salt House, and Mom's been talking about it since spring. I found the novel it's based on at a used bookstore downtown, a beat-up first edition with a cracked spine, and got it wrapped before I even finished the rest of my shopping. Miles got her a Pop Mart figurine, one of the rabbit ones from the Space series she keeps on her desk at work. We drove to their house together that Thursday around 6. Mom's kitchen smelled like garlic, and the box mix yellow cake she's made every birthday since I was a kid. She hugged us both at the door, still in her work clothes, hair down for once. We stuck the candles in while she opened Miles's figurine first, turning it over in her hands like it was something precious. Then mine. She read the back cover of the novel out loud and pressed it to her chest. Owen wasn't home yet. 6:30 came and went. Mom kept checking her phone, telling us he had a client dinner running long, some account in Ohio that had been giving him trouble all quarter. Around 7:15, we heard his car in the driveway. He walked in, loosening his tie, saw the cake on the counter with 3 candles already melted halfway down, saw the wrapping paper on the floor, and stopped in the doorway like he'd walked into the wrong house. "Oh," he said. "Oh no. Is today?" Mom's face did this thing where it tried to stay happy and couldn't quite hold it. "It's fine," she said. "You've been so busy." He wasn't looking at her though. He was looking at me and Miles. "You guys knew," he said. "You could have said something. You know how buried I am at work right now. Things slip through the cracks when I've got that much going on." Nobody said anything for a second. Then Mom's phone buzzed on the counter, face up. A text from Deb, Curtis's wife, popped onto the lock screen. "Tell Owen good luck with his draft picks tonight. Tell him Curtis says he's still bitter about last year." I picked it up before I even thought about it and turned it toward him. "What draft?" I said. His jaw did something. "It's just a fantasy football thing. Curtis does it every year. It's not a big deal." I said I'd stop by for an hour on my way home. "You said you had a client dinner." I had both. Mom took the phone out of my hand and read the text herself. I watched her face change for real this time, not the polite version. She didn't yell. She set the phone down very carefully on the counter, next to the cake, like she was afraid of what she'd do with it if she kept holding it. "You had time to plan for a draft you do every single year," she said, "but not enough to open the calendar on your own phone that has my birthday sitting in it, in the same spot, every year since we started dating. Denise, come on. Get your keys," she said. "Go finish your draft at Curtis's. Sleep there tonight." He looked at me and Miles like we were supposed to smooth this over the way I always had before. I picked up a fork instead, cut into the cake right there in front of him, and handed Mom the first piece. "Happy birthday, Mom," I said. Owen stood in the doorway another few seconds, then grabbed his keys off the hook by the door and left without another word. The door didn't slam, it just clicked shut, quiet, like none of it had been a big deal at all. I'm moving to Spotify. Search KoleReads and follow.